Hey all you, come watch me play, even though you're right there and I'm miles away. Hey Heather, I hope you had a great day. Now let's play, you're cool. Hello, and welcome back. Time to start filling these holes. Okay, there's one. There's another. And so on. So let's see what to talk about today. Well, last time I mentioned tabletop games. I could go into more detail on that, because I don't think you've played any role-playing tabletop games. Basically, just involves creating a character. Then you pick your system. Dungeons and Dragons or Numenera or Pokemon or whatever. That will generally decide the sort of rules about how certain mechanics will work. Your character, and then the DM or the GM, Dungeon Master or Game Master, creates sort of a story or a world for you and your friends to role play within, to explore and go on adventures. It's really just plain pretend, but with more math. Questioning whether this was the fastest way to do this. Who knows? I mean, now I've just built up this expectation. I feel like I have to do it anyway. Nothing in that row, right? Yeah. So Dungeons and Dragons is the one most people have heard of, and that's just because it's really well made, and I mean it's been around for a while, so they, for the most part, know what they're doing. It's based on just very basic high fantasy. I mean, it's got its own world that has definitely influenced other pop culture, but in terms of getting to know it, because it's been, influenced a lot of pop culture and is very influenced by the works of like Tolkien, which most people are familiar with. It's pretty easy to get into, and you don't have to like understand a bunch of stuff about the world. You just get that, elves and dwarves don't get along very much, and orcs are usually bad, and, goblins are, all that sort of basic stuff. Ogres are big and stupid. all that sort of things. But then you get to be all your adventure classes, like Bard, Cleric, Paladin, Ranger. Whoa! Okay, so let's, for now, there we go. Yep. That'll do it. And then Numenera is a really good one too, I think. It's a bit more sci-fi. It takes place like basically on Earth, but like way in the future, to the point where they call it the ninth world, but it's not like Pluto or anything. It's just the sort of ninth civilization, where like 8 great empires of humanity and like space and aliens have all existed on Earth and then come and gone. And now, where, you know, from one to the other, there's such a disastrous great fall that a lot of stuff is lost, but there are still the ruins, and the some things are left as a legacy. So exploring that kind of world with, where, you know, going off of the idea that magic is just technology that we don't understand. Go. So there's a lot of cool gizmos and gadgets to have fun with in Numenera, and the way you create your class is, I think, a lot more flexible and interesting. Because instead of choosing like a race and then a class, you choose a descriptor, a type, and a focus. The descriptor is things like cowardly, foolish, brave, doomed, noble, you know, these kind of adjectives that define both in terms of flavor of how your character behaves and who they are, but also gives them some like stat benefits and or disadvantages. And then the type is basically whether they're a warrior, a mage, or like something in between. And then the focus is like a verb that basically describes the powers that your character has, and there are a lot of them, so you get some pretty cool ones. The one I've used the most was I had a mad nano who travels through time, and she was really fun to use. I started DMing this past holiday season. I DM'd for Nate and Drew guys. I made up a Numenera campaign, and then I felt pretty confident with that, so now, god damn this water. DM for Spencer and a group of his friends who want to try out a role-playing game. And that's been going well, but we've only really done one session. It was a really long session, but after that, we haven't all been able to meet up again. I look forward to. Oh, look at that. The outside world. It's nighttime. Yeah. Let's call it an episode here. Good night, Heather. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, or else I just might die. Not really.